Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Before we get into the video, let's just do a quick mental check. Mental wellness check. How's everybody doing? Are you okay? Are you hanging in there? I have officially been off of work due to quarantine for, let me see, tomorrow makes 3 weeks. And first week quarantined, all right, cool, no problem. Second week is when things got real. I was definitely just feeling it. I was in the feels. I was sad. I started worrying. I had no motivation or drive to do anything. And then once I started feeling that, I got really upset with myself because I'm the type of person that feels the need to always be productive, right? Like I always need to be productive. I always need to be doing something. I unfortunately value and put my self-worth in my work. So whatever my work ethic is, or how much am I progressing, how hard am I working, and I had a revelation that that is not healthy, and therefore I cannot do that. My work is not my work is a reflection of me, but my self-worth and value isn't because of my work, if that makes any sense. So had a couple of down days. I said, you know what, past couple of days I'm just gonna do nothing. I didn't train, I just chilled, I read, and that is okay. Do what you need to do to protect yourself during this time. You don't have to be actively working or doing something, and just because you're not working doesn't mean that you're not being productive. Like, do something that's going to make you feel good, whether it be reading a book, go for a walk, the boys said hi, whether you're organizing, just do something that makes you happy and makes you feel good. All right, so just wanted to do a little check-in with you guys. I hope you all are well. We're good in Jesus' name. Stay prayed up. But for today's video, you guys, we are talking about some new blush and bronzers. So the first bronzer, well, hold on. Let's talk about the blushes first. The first two blushes, you guys have already seen them on my channel, so they're not brand spanking new, but since we're talking about blush and bronzers today, I figured why not talk about these. So the first one that I want to mention is I don't have any Natasha Denona face products, is Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in the shade Pillow Talk Intense. Y'all know last year, all spring, summer, all 2019, I was in love with Sex on Fire, which is the shade that I have on right now. But this one right here, Pillow Talk Intense, glorious. It is so beautiful. Like, this is the perfect everyday blush tone. Charlotte Tilbury, of course, she is higher end. However, this is a blush that you could use every single day for every look. So if you're just going to work, you're going to church, you're going out, you're doing smoky, you're doing neutral, this is going to be that girl. This is the blush that you would go to. So love this. The next blush that I want to mention here is going to be my personal summer banger blush. That is the Nars Orgasm X. I don't know what happened with Nars and why they just casually dropped this. I didn't see any type of marketing, nothing on social media, no other influencers, makeup artists talking about this. I just so happened to be walking through Sephora, of course, when the world was up and running, and I saw this shade and I thought to myself, I've never seen this before, and it said brand new, and this is what it looks like. I know on site it's like, oh my goodness, Amber, that is a jarring shade. For some reason, us women of color, specifically us black girls, are afraid of blush. Not sure why. Me personally, if I don't have blush on, I feel like I look dead. For my look when I'm just kind of hanging around the house, because for the past couple of days, something that I have been doing to make me feel good, put a little makeup on. Is anybody seeing me? No, but it just makes me feel better. Now, of course, it's not a full beat. Maybe I'll do a quarantine makeup look. That could be kind of funny, just like my everyday go-to look. But for me, put on some brows, a little bit of powder under my eyes, and blush, and I'm good to go. But this, in the summertime, I've said it in several videos already, you could do nothing on the eye, throw on some lashes, put this blush on and a bold lip, winged liner, girl, that's your summer look. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And a while ago, I did a video, what is the difference between bronzer and contouring. I will link that down below, but I think I might maybe need to update it again. You guys let me know if you want me to kind of redo it and update it. But the next blush that I have here, this is a new one and was gifted to me. This is the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. Now again, this isn't new to the scene, it's just new to me. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this already. This is in the shade Spiced Cinnamon. I like this because you have the opportunity to either go straight matte, you can do the shimmer side, or you can mix them together. Now, I would strictly do the shimmer side on a day when I don't have on makeup. I don't know what it is, but I think it's because I haven't been wearing foundation. I love highlighter or anything that has a little bit of a sheen to it better on my bare skin versus when I have on foundation. I just feel like it just looks pretty and it just sits against my bare skin better. So that is when I would wear this one, or I'll mix the two together, or just simply do just the matte one, and it looks beautiful. Now for bronzer here, I want to start off with the fail that I got. So Nars has come out with the new bronzers. They have matte bronzers, and then they have some that have a little bit of like a, I don't want to say, it has a glow to it, okay? So online I went and I looked at the model for the deepest shade, which is Punta Cana, for the glow bronzer, and I thought, okay, she looks beautiful. She looks like she's a touch deeper than me. I think that can work. So I ordered this online from the Nars website because I can use my makeup artistry discount, my pro discount, and to my surprise, I was so disappointed when this came in the mail, because look at this. This shall not bronze anybody my shade or deeper. Like, this didn't even show up on my skin. I will even try to give you a little bit of a swatch. Doesn't matter because you won't even be able to see it. Highly disappointed. So disappointed. And I don't know why Nars has such a hard time with bronzers for deeper skin, because I feel like Nars does complexion products the best when it comes to their foundations. You guys have heard me say this all the time, but their undertones are the most realistic undertones on the market. And what I mean by that is they have undertones that are realistic, undertones that actually look like a human being's undertones. I know some brands sometimes will come out with, oh, we have 50 shades, 60 shades, but I'll say half of those shades, the undertones are just weird and wonky, and no one has that undertone shade. Nars does a good job at that, but for some reason, this one didn't look so, it ain't it. Now, they had the matte bronzer too. That one is all sold out, but honestly, I really don't want to purchase that until I can go see it in person with my natural eye, because I got bamboozled. This is going back. We're shipping her right on back. Next bronzer, no, blush. The next blush that I have here is the Jouer. These are their duos. Oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. So over here on this shade we have Cherish Me, and it's this beautiful, again, neutral kind of rose tone, a good everyday friendly. You could wear this with whatever look you want. And then over here you have Treasure Me. Now it's got like this almost like a orange gold. It's a beautiful glow. You could wear it on its own, or you can mix the two together. I love how both of these look on the skin, and these just glide on like butter, no problems whatsoever. These are really beautiful. Now we're gonna get to bronzer. So you guys have seen me use this one. This is the Sephora matte bronzer in shade number 6 Ibiza. I still haven't heard anyone talk about this. No one is saying anything. This bronzer, less is more, okay? Don't go in too much, because the first time I used it, I believe it was in the Too Faced Peach Concealer video that I did. The first time I used it, I wasn't expecting much pigment, and oh, was your girl wrong. This has pigment, it looks beautiful, glides onto the skin. Bronzer is not a contour, so bronzers are warmer and it can be used to warm up the skin. I know sometimes when applied, you might think, oh, that looks the same way as how I would apply a contour. No, because for bronzer, and I talk about this all the time, I will either use a Real Techniques blush brush, which I haven't been doing that often, but I will use this. This is great if you are someone who has, let's say maybe you have like more of a narrow or a smaller face, because sometimes if you just have maybe like less space over here and you use a brush that's too big, it'll explode and expand. So if you do have like more, not of room over here, using this blush brush, because it's tapered, you can have a little bit more precision, but I prefer to use a Morphe brush. This is the M527. This is my favorite brush that I like to use to apply my bronzer, and I say it all the time, this brush is not the softest brush in the world, and this brush does shed. So if you plan on purchasing it, be warned. However, I love how it applies to bronzer. So the purpose of your bronzer is to warm up your skin. It's going to give you that sun-kissed glow. It's going to bring you alive, make you look alive. A contour is not going to do that. A contour is going to be in cooler tone and it's going to chisel. Now, I know some people say that they like to contour with the bronzer where you're not going to get the same illusion. You can even do the same techniques, but how it looks if you take two photos. Let's say you take a photo, right? And you use one a bronzer and one a contour and you apply it the same way. Those photos are going to look totally different because when you're contouring, you're chiseling, you're hiding, you are adding shadows. Bronzer is not a shadow. Bronzer is a glow. It's like a nice glow of warmth. So that is the brush that I like to use, and this is the Sephora collection bronzer. You guys, the sale is coming up and I'm gonna mention this one in my video. I've already filmed it, it's ready to rock and roll, but highly recommend you check this out because it's awesome. And then the last that I have here is the Deep to Dark Bronzer Duo. Thank you, Jouer, for providing me with a bronzer where there's two options and I can wear both of them and they are both deep enough. Thank you, Jouer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now when you look at this and when you see it online, you're gonna think, sis, no, not gonna work. If you are my shade or a little bit darker, this will work for you. I believe this is the darkest shade. Yes, I think this is the darkest one. So both of these will work on me. So rather I do sun glow or sun gaze. These are beautiful. If I want like a little bit of a less bronzer, not anything too prominent, I'll go with sun glow. But if I want a little bit more, I will go with sun gaze. Right now I have these two mixed on my face. Yeah, I absolutely love this, and it's just so exciting to get a bronzer palette, a bronzer duo, and I can use both of the shades in the palettes. All right, guys, so that's what I got for you today. I just wanted to share with you a few of my newest members to my collection down below. If you plan on trying any of these or you've got some new blush and bronzing products, I want to hear about it. You guys, we made it to 5K. Oh my goodness, so excited. Thank you so much. I love y'all. I've got some cool stuff coming for you, so stay tuned. You know the deal, keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.